game. And here we go. People have spawned. And as you've guessed it, or maybe you've guessed it, I'm not too sure, we are in a giant forest.
This is very cool looking. I mean, the first starting place is a giant, giant doesn't even do it justice. This tree is massive.
I can't even, I'm trying to zoom in on it, and it is, I don't want to miss any combat, but it is huge. Like, it is gigantic. And we see competitors, I think a bunch of them ran for the cornucopia, like a bunch of them.
Oh yeah, I'd say more than half, easily, more than 2/3.
And did you see any initial combat in there?
I didn't actually.
I didn't see any.
That's pretty unusual. Like, this is, well, I guess it's not unusual. We almost always see that. There's not a lot of combat in the beginning. I feel like everyone kind of has this truce made before the game starts, and it's just like, you know, when the game starts, let's just get stuff and then get away from each other, and we'll kill each other then.
Right now, I am watching
right
a couple
here.
of stragglers right here at the cornucopia still, or cornucopia still.
Yeah, I usually stay.
Ballite is fighting right now.
Ooh.
How's that fight going? Can you give us a little information on that?
Well, it's pretty slow because they're just using fists, so they're kind of running around, just kind of poking each other. It's not, it looks like it's going to take a while for this to happen, but it looks like Tangar is actually chasing Ballite, and Ballite just died.
Ooh.
Wow. So, right now I'm watching Zai, and I just want to firstly say, I love awesome Minecraft skins. We're seeing quite a few deaths. Let me go see if I can find some more. I'm just trying to follow some people that have ran away so we can get kind of an idea of what they're doing after they spawn. But it seems like their main instinct is to get wood, and they do that quite quickly. So let's actually mention one more thing. We have a few mods on here, right? And, well, by mods I mean the special plugins we have. And that is the Thirst, the Hunger, and the Sanity, right?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
And that main one that we talked about was Thirst, the main problem for a lot of people.
Yes, yes. That is the main problem because, I mean, hunger is a little bit easier to find because, you know, there's lots of different places you can get hunger. You can even grow your own food. Insanity isn't as much of a problem because you can just stay above ground. Whereas thirst, there are only a couple main bodies of water. Everyone needs to find a body of water, and it's actually going to bring people together to fight, I think, because, you know, water isn't everywhere. So that's one thing you really got to watch out for.
You bring up a really good point, and I was looking around the map, and I've flown around a little bit now, and I have seen almost no water, like at all.
Yeah, I'm by
I'm not saying very
place
much.
here, and there's actually 3 people here. It looks like 2 of them are on a team, and this one person just kind of showed up, and it looks like Shadow Ninja is chasing this other person now. Or
Oh, we have a
not.
Shadow Ninja in here. We might have a ninja battle, because right now I am following Extreme Zero Ninja. So, if we have another ninja in here, we might actually end up with a sweet ninja battle.
I'm
we're
actually
I would love
watching
that.
right now very closely. I don't want to say who they are because they're moving somewhat close to a one of the hidden things on the map. So it's definitely interesting right now. Hopefully, we'll be able to fill you in on that as soon as possible.
Interesting.
That sounds like fun.
Keep us updated on that.
So, like I said, this jungle biome is probably one of my favorite biomes for hiding, and we saw a couple people that loved hiding in their interviews. And it's
Oh, yes.
You got to think about just how hard. I mean, just for me alone, I'm able to fly, right? And I'm having trouble trying to actually get around the map to at least find people. Can you imagine the actual players right now?
Oh, they are lost. They have no sense of direction right now. I mean, they turn around, and then they can turn around again and be lost in just that second because everything looks the same here. There's just trees everywhere. It's great, but at the same time, it's going to be hard to find people.
Should be pretty interesting. It looks like Julian Clark right now on here has a pretty sweet skin as well, but she has, assuming Julian is a girl's name, I think an iron sword. So I wonder if they got that from the cornucopia. Actually, no, there was no iron sword in the cornucopia, so must have already found iron and crafted an iron sword.
Wow,
which is pretty impressive.
Interesting.
that's
yeah.
crazy fast.
Looks like this water area I'm by right now, it has about 4 people here. So, but I'm interested to see how this is going to end up.
It's pretty funny. You're actually sounding a little bit like a robot on my stream, but I don't know if it's just me because I'm streaming this right now. But it's pretty funny to listen to be honest. Looks like Julian's getting a high advantage point in this tree. Could be dangerous if anyone followed her up here, but no one is around her. But as you can see, just from anywhere, you just see a nice wall and then just jungle everywhere. So it's pretty damn cool. And one thing I really like about these map makers is that they took the jungle biome and actually like extended it past the wall. They didn't just stop it at the wall, which is pretty nice.
Right now, I'm following
That's true.
Rex as he moves through the jungle here. It looks like he might have started branching out from where he was at to maybe try to find some food or water. I think he was starting to run low.
That's actually a good point to bring up. Now that the very beginning is over and that people are fighting a little bit, but not too much, now is the time when people are going to really start looking for water, they're going to start looking for food, they're really going to start setting up their base.
I'm having a harder time than I would like to say trying to find people, and you have to think of the competitors at this point. They're doing that exact same thing. Like, I hear a lot of deaths, and it's kind of interesting because you can't really see what's going on. So if you're a competitor in this, all of a sudden the game starts and you're in this huge jungle and you have no idea what's going on. So you run out into the jungle if you have a chance to grab something from the cornucopia, and you basically get lost immediately. One of the nice things is because that tree in the middle is so large, you can see it from everywhere in the map, but
That
it's
is
still...
a good point.
I think that sneaking up on people and killing them, or at least getting a few hits in, is going to be a huge difference on what happens this time. Looks like we found a place for 2 deaths here, because you see those 2 little pieces of fire. So this guy must have gotten at least one of the kills, if not both. His name is Fexilus.
That would be impressive. If you can get 2 kills right after each other, that means you know what you're doing.
And he looks like he has a looks like he has a stone sword.
Lane. Oh, he came out on top of that one.
Oh, I was just following ninjas, so it looks like we won't actually end up having a ninja battle between 2 ninjas.
Unfortunate.
That was the guy we were following a bit earlier in the stream.
Someone's little couple down here with a furnace and a crafting table in it.
Is that in the stone burrow?
No, it looks like it's just underneath some dirt, basically.
Interesting. Looks like another death was right there. So that must be pretty interesting, because since the ground is on fire from where people die, you can see kind of where combat has been. So you can like track people using it to a point. So this person right here, Fexilus, has just been like running on top of these trees, which is pretty visible because I'm able to follow him quite easily. But it's also pretty visible to everyone else playing. I wonder
it's probably a lot quicker than moving around on the ground. I mean, you don't have to deal with all the different blocks, creating obstacles and all that. You can just jump from tree to tree. That's pretty cool.
And you have to
still
think of this.
Following a lane run, and he's got a neat strategy I'm watching right now, where he's keeping the glass wall to his back. That way we can't really sneak up on him. Not really on his back, but close enough where he doesn't have to worry about people sneaking up behind him.
Interesting.
So he's sneaking around, just kind of keeping an eye out for people that are coming up on him.
So it looks like Fex has actually found one of the, I wouldn't say hidden, but in this biome, yeah, very hidden water sources. It's pretty large, and he just replenished his thirst. But it's really cool because it's marked by all these like dead trees. It looks like, I think it's a swamp biome, but it looks like dead trees. So that's pretty cool that he found that, and he's going to have a pretty good source of water now.
And, I mean, I'm noticing a lot of cows around, a lot of pigs around here, so it looks like he's going to be able to, if he can manage to stay here for a little bit and kind of clarify this as his base, then he's going to have water and food.
So Julian, actually, that we were following her earlier, actually got a kill, and we left her that was on top of a tree, and now we're left with these 2 players that are at this lake, the same lake we were at before, and I don't think they see each other yet, but they're definitely visible.
Oh, now this is interesting. I don't know if you've noticed, but we've only been playing this game for, approximately 10 minutes. We have about half the people have died.
Wow, that's actually really... I didn't expect that. I actually thought, since we're in the jungle biome, they're going to kind of get away from each other and get lost a lot faster, and we would make it pretty far into it. And we do have a player, I don't actually know where he went, that was climbing the trees where I'm looking at right now. And right across the lake, there was another player, which is Fexilus, and they haven't spotted each other yet, even though they're so close to each other. And because the jungle is here, that's actually what causes that. So it should be pretty...
That would be a interesting prize, is setting up a base, and then turns out there's someone else who's got a base right next to you.
Well, you gotta... I mean, Drap is the one who's in the tree right now, and exactly what I said, he is in a tree, like really high in a tree, and he's looking around, but yet he still hasn't spotted that other player. So height, I think, is going to be a huge advantage in this game, but also a huge downfall if you're not careful. You can
literally
take easy damage. It's pretty punny right there.
Thanks, I tried. No, I've got a question now that we always ask this question, but it's a different question, I guess, every game because it's a different map. So I'll ask you first, Dyer. What would you do if you were spawned and you saw the giant tree and all of this? What would be your first reaction?
Go down. It would be to go like somewhat not. You can't go too far underground, obviously, because of the sanity issue. But most people are going to be looking up, expecting something to drop from the trees, possibly. So either you want to try to get out of their field of vision, which is most humans either look down or to the front. We don't always look up. But in this type of map, I think everyone's instinct is going to be forcing themselves to look up. And it's the first that's come around. This will be real interesting with the monsters starting to form up now.
That's true. I'm actually by the main tree, and we've got one person in here, and there are actually zombies and spiders in the tree, climbing around with him. So he's gonna have
That's
an interesting...
awesome. Now,
So what about
I'm
you,
back.
Andrew? What would you do?
I'm back with real fast. I'm back with these two players, and I think they finally spotted each other. But I just noticed this, and it would actually, if I knew this beforehand, which if I played a lot of Minecraft, I would. The player that took a lot of refuge in the tree has no monsters around him, but the player who was stuck on the ground has just been shot 3 times by a skeleton, has creepers all over the place, zombies and spiders, and he's in the middle of this lake. I think he actually is stuck here. So I would actually get to the trees. They're aware of each other now, or I don't know if they're aware of each other, but the person in the tree is aware of the guy on the ground. So I think I would have to use the same tactic. I would run for the trees the fastest, because you're not going to have mobs up there. They're not going to spawn naturally, especially if you have a little light with you like he is his furnace. And you're going to be able to see what's going on. Like right now, this player from the tree is actually coming, well, he's sort of coming down the tree. And I think he's going back up now, but he has the height advantage, so he doesn't have to worry about giving his position away, because it's so hard to find unless you can actually fly. So I would go for the trees.
About the mobs don't spawn on leaves.
Yeah, that's true.
That's good.
I don't think they... Yeah, that
sorry,
makes sense.
go
They wouldn't spawn on leaves. That makes sense. Otherwise, they'd spawn on trees.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take this opportunity to help people that if you have some questions or if you have some comments, you can go ahead and tweet at us. And our name is the Hungercraft TV on Twitter.
Ooh.
So if you have questions or anything like that, shoot them, and we'll do our best to answer them.
Well, don't shoot our Twitter. That's not good.
Yeah,
we don't really want them to shoot it.
Yeah.
We actually had
Send
someone
them.
starve to death, actually.
We had. I did just see that. Starvation is the silent killer, I think, of this game, and a lot of people underrate it because they're so worried about the thirst and the sanity. And I mean, Fexilus is in this water, so there's no way he's ever going to die of thirst at this point. But a lot of people, I don't know. Let me go back into the chat and see who that was. It was P. Walter 0. Yeah. So it looks like he didn't do the most important thing, which was finding food on this map.
Yeah, I'd say that is an important thing. Food is... it's easy to find food, so in some situations, people just kind of say, oh, I'll get it later, I'll worry about my thirst or something like that, worry about a sword or something like that, but it creeps up on you. If you don't start looking for it right away, it'll get you. I mean, as we can see, someone's already died from it.
I mean, right now, you're probably at the point where it is nighttime, and this is where you would start getting hungry, because I think our mod, well, obviously, as we've seen, pretty much makes your hunger run out around the first night, so you do need to find food in the first day, which, I mean, could be anything. Some raw pork chop, or some raw pork chops or some raw steak. Doesn't really matter. Anything will do. But he must have had a lot of time, he must have had a hard time finding it in the day, because when night fell, I mean, there's so many mobs around, it's almost impossible to get food.
You know, this map is large enough. I didn't realize there was actually a separate biome over here in one of the corners. Watching Fexilus right now. I don't want to say exactly where he's at. I know there's a delay, but you know, let's just say he has plenty of water right now.
I think I already spoiled. They're already seen on camera of where he's at, so it's too late for that. I've been following these two now, trying to see, because if you notice in the tree, if you're around there, there's a very tall tree. There is, I'm not going to say which one is around here though, there is a player in him, and Fexilus has been discovered by that player, but the other player is fully aware of Fexilus's little situation he got himself into.
He's kind of in a good spot though, because in the water, the monsters can only come out towards him. No one really has a bow or arrows unless they've lucked out with some skeleton kills. So he's kind of in a good spot unless someone comes up with a bunch of arrows.
That's true, but he's already gotten hit, I think, 4 or 5 times now with skeletons in general.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I don't know if... I mean, I know it's good and it's bad at the same time, but since the other combatant is aware of his position and what's going on, it's probably not good for him at this moment.
I'm just going to say on what you said earlier about a lot of people are going to be sneaking up and killing people. I think that did happen. Someone was commenting earlier on Hacks apparently came up, snuck behind someone, and killed them. And his comment was, "Hacks, next time you kill me, if you could tell me, because I almost crapped my pants."
I mean, I would too. All of a sudden, you start taking lots of hearts of damage. Stone Sword does quite a bit of damage, like what, a heart and a half or something like that. You can hit someone. Oh, that spider is right behind him, and I don't think he sees it yet. Oh, there's two of them behind him.
Oh, now they're right. Nice.
Oh man, this is actually a pretty interesting battle. Drap went to go kill Fexlius, right? But he didn't realize that there's actually two. He hasn't looked around either. Now he sees him. There's actually two spiders following him. And that gave the chance for Fex to actually get out of the water, and now he is in the better situation because he has the dry ground. So the tables have been churned on Drap, who had the advantage. Probably should have waited to daytime. Both of them getting multiple mob kills on spiders. And the spiders seem to be such a deadly opponent right now because they can really get anywhere in the map fast. Being able to climb up
Can climb, yeah.
large,
Like both of them have kind of retreated from each other.
Yeah, that's usually what we'll see after their initial combat fails like that. Usually they'll retreat for a little bit and then come back.
Actually, Fex is really off quite a bit.
Yeah, you know, I'm starting to see it now, and I just passed one. You know, there's all these little dugouts in the ground. There's like little spaces. I've actually seen quite a few creepers in those, and they don't despawn when the day comes like skeletons and zombies do. So we could be in for a treat, seeing some surprise creeper kills.
That would be. I mean, I would feel so bad for the contestants.
Yeah, so bad. But you know, I think both these players, Fex and Giraffe, that we're following right now, is doing the exact right thing, which they're killing lots of spiders, and they're going to be gaining a lot of string from that. And in a map like this, having string to make a bow is extremely important.
That's true.
If there's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of clutter in the way, right? Like leaves and all. But just being able to hit someone from being on top of a tree while they're climbing up is a huge advantage.
Or being able to, or seeing someone in the tree and being able to shoot them from on the ground. I mean, in any situation, I think the bow is handy. Also, the fishing pole can hit people from long range too.
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
a great
point. I don't know if people knew this, but you can use that as a weapon as well. Much damage, but it is range.
So I need to fill you guys in. Someone discovered that chest that was up in the tree.
Oh, that's okay. So now that he's discovered it,
yes,
in the giant tree, I actually had feelings myself that there might be something up there. There was actually a hidden chest, and I'm not gonna say what was in it, but it was. Oh wow! Giraffe just hit the ground. He fell off the tree. There was actually a nice surprise in there for whoever found it. But Giraffe was climbing up that tree, and I think a skeleton actually hit him off, and he took quite a bit of damage, and now he has lots of mobs after him.
So speaking of mobs, they're obviously a problem here. I ask this question every time, and I'm going to ask you, you first, Dyer. What is your favorite mob, and what is your least favorite mob?
Oh man, favorite mob, like actual enemy, or any of them?
Oh man, I'm gonna cut him real fast. Giraffe actually snuck up on Fexilus and hit him twice when he was fighting a mob. So again, the jungle's so hard to see people. He got that kill. So
sneakiness comes in handy.
Pretty good to Giraffe there. Go back to Dyer.
I would say, what mob do you hate dealing with the most? Like, you know, what do you run away from in fear? And which mob do you think actually could help in certain situations?
I don't know about help certain. Well, actually, the creepers help out the most in certain situations. When you've got a bunch of mobs coming at you, you can knock one back as it explodes and takes out a bunch of other extra mobs. But I would say my favorite actual mob in the game, I hesitate to say this, is the Enderman. Because those things scare the crap out of me every single time, without fail. Like, but they're also the most interesting. You know, you never know when they're gone, and you know maybe they teleported off hit water and now they don't care anymore. Who knows?
That's true.
I've gone like 3 minutes later. Apparently, he stuck around in some weird position, and all of a sudden I'm under attack by an Enderman again, and just freak you right out.
I mean, have you played the recent when they got nerfed? I think that was the worst thing that happened to Enderman because unnerfed Endermen were probably my most. I was so scared of them. I didn't even want to play because whenever I found them, I just didn't even look in the general direction because I was just scared that they would kill me.
I'm glad they took away the pick up random blocks, though, even if it's man-made. That was quite a bit.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm on top of this tree now, and I don't see that little secret stash that was left up here. Was it destroyed? On top of the giant tree.
Oh yeah, that
Where-
that's the 2 crates.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out
Yeah.
actually where they went.
Yep, those have been cleared out.
Oh, right here. There it is. Right there. Cool.
All right, we've got some
Yeah.
tweet questions here, or Twitter questions, tweet questions.
Let's go
Goodness.
answer a few questions.
Let's see. One person asks, Silicon is the least useful team member. Yes or yes? I think I'm gonna have to say yes on that one.
Ooh,
What
Minecraft
text
is
pack-
actually still alive.
Oh, okay. What texture packs are the announcers using,
I
and
just see
what
someone
mods?
over there.
I'm gonna let you answer that one, Andrew. What texture pack are you using?
Well, I mean, I think you're Andrew, but I'm also Andrew. I think a lot of people know me as Waffle when I play this. Oh, he actually got hit by that creeper. Wow. I use the default texture pack. A lot of people don't know that, or they think it's kind of weird. But default texture pack is my favorite texture pack in Minecraft. He's taken on
Alright.
way too many skeletons. But what mods I use the Ether's is it Incredible or Unbelievable Shaders mod.
All
I
right.
think it's yeah, that's the mod I use for the shadows.
What about you, Dyer? Do you use any particular mods or anything like that?
Not really. For texture packs, though, I have. It's basically the default texture pack with a little bit of a twist in it for commentary use. Removes the inventory bar and all that jazz. So
Alright.
it kind of just makes a cleaner screen.
Very cool.
But the one person did it for me. Decided to replace TNT, the lettering TNT, with Dyer across the side of it. So I appreciate
That's
that.
pretty cool.
I also changed my glass texture. I didn't like what it used to look like, so I just made it 4 dots in the corner. And I think it looks pretty nice. But we are following...
Alright.
I think I found him, Pengu. I don't know if that was the contestants you were talking about. But he is in full chainmail right now. And I think you can't get that. You can't make chainmail, so he must have found it in a chest. And seeing that there was only one secret in the entire game, or one secret chest in, I think, the entire arena, I think I know where he got it from.
Interesting.
So
That's
that-
going to be a huge advantage for him.
I wouldn't say, yeah, actually I would say huge. At this point, when you don't really have a lot of time to mine, because there's not really a whole lot of open mines, I would say that's going to be pretty big, because it's just under iron armor if you've never worn chainmail. It's actually not available in the actual game. It has to
That's
be
true.
edited in.
Right now,
does
I'm
look
watching Powski as he's cooked himself some pork chops, so he'll have some food for a while now. Oh, there is a fight going down by the swamp, though. Or maybe
By
it's
the
an alliance. Ooh.
Swamp, swamp, swamp. Trying to find the swamp.
It's
Where
I'm
is this
seeing I
swamp?
love my skills and Marcus Didi, non-combative, right next to her.
Really? So there is actual local chat, and people don't realize that if they haven't played. We do have a local chat system
They are
up
hunting
and working.
Drukowska now.
I do see him now. I'm in the air. I'm trying to find exactly where they are. It's really hard to see him in the jungle, but we do use a local chat client that allows the combatants to not hear the entire arena, or the spectators for that matter, so they can only talk in local, so they don't actually give away what they're doing, or they can create alliances, like these two have been doing.
Looks like
Alright.
Drukowski has either fled or gone into pure stealth mode.
I'm going to interrupt again and answer a couple more Twitter questions. One person is asking, will the 100% match afterwards be open to the public? Yes, I think it will, but I think it's going to actually be 150. So get excited
Wow.
for that. That's going to be an interesting game. One more question. Is it possible for you to break the glass on the border? And that'll be no.
It is protected, I believe, by World Guard. Great mod for that. Oh, great. Feels like a storm is brewing. Pretty sudden, all of a sudden started raining. This is actually... Hold on, I forgot. It is now dark enough for mobs to spawn. That's
Ooh.
right, correct?
Oh,
I
wait,
believe
I
it...
found Drukowski. Holy crap. They are very, very close, and I'm glad there's a delay on this.
That is going to be pretty... This rain is going to basically take all of your sight and just destroy it. I love when you go fall down when you're with raindrops because they stop moving. It's like you're in the Matrix or something. It's great. If you actually just fall when it's raining, it looks fantastic. So these two have actually partnered up with each other. We only have, let's count, we have 9 contestants left. And this is kind of what we expected, right? We expected it to get... Well, I didn't think that many people would die that fast like they were. But
Yeah.
a few deaths, and then it kind of goes out into its doldrum state, where there's a few alliances, but mostly it's just farming for good equipment.
Actually, I actually am had blast watching Grapowski right now. He's playing his role very well. He was hiding not too far away from the other teammates, or the other two players, perfectly stealthy, with a little bit of leather on. He was basically camouflaged up in the trees. It was just really cool to see.
That is really cool, and I think I kind of mentioned that the kind of gameplay I would do. I think the trees would be really fun to jump across. If you could get iron, I know it would be weird to waste it, but if you can make shears and then grab some of these leaves, you can make bridges to everywhere without really being detected, and that would be kind of a unique gameplay.
Alright, take this pause to take a couple more Twitter questions. One person is saying that they got in time, they got confirmed to play for this game, but they didn't know how to confirm. So to confirm after you've been selected, all you have to do is you have to go to the post that's going to be on Reddit or Facebook or something like that, and just write your in-game name and contact one of the moderators that way.
So it looks like they are going to do what we all is now, I think, agreeing the greatest strategy. They are now digging up the leaves to go into the trees, to maybe go into hiding, but right now with this rain, it is so difficult to find a safe place to be. So they're hiding in these trees, and they're going to kind of, I think, hold off for the night or so.
So far I've only seen 3 different players. Where are the other ones at?
And we have 9 of them. That's actually a good point. Let's see, we are by...
I haven't seen anyone else.
We are by Marcus, and we are also by... It's so hard to read names with this.
I love my skills.
I love my skills. So them two have definitely teamed together. It'd be interesting if we actually see one of them kill the other one. You know, kind of like they turn on each other. And I've seen that in our Giant Oasis game. We had a huge group of, I would say, close to 5-6 people that teamed together, and they actually weren't the final team surviving. They actually killed each other quite quickly.
Right now,
Lots
I'm
of
zooming
thunder.
trees trying to figure out if there are any other players nearby, and I'm not seeing any.
I found Dancing Weasel. Had to fly around actually to find him, and it was quite difficult. But he is on. He's kind of hidden, which I would agree right now. That's a good idea. But he's hidden, but his name tag is clearly visible. So that'd be good and bad, as well as there's a hole open where he's hidden, and a creeper is nearby. So if we can get a creeper drop-down kill, that would be pretty interesting.
That would be fun.
Let me drop down here real fast and see what's going on. Just a oh god. Okay, he's trying to place blocks. What's his strategy? What's he doing?
Right now, look, he's just I think he's getting wood, and he has a furnace out. I'm not really sure what he's doing, but he's gathering wood. That's all I know.
See some signs of someone being around here with this wood. So
I'm going to take another break, or pause here to answer a couple more questions. He's saying, hey guys, how would you evaluate the importance of farming? Go.
Dar,
If
you
have
first
bone
with this
meal,
one.
I would say go for it. If you don't have bone meal in a map like this, it's not worth your time.
I would have to agree with you on that one. There is so much jungle that taking time to actually have a solid base is going to get you killed. And it's absolutely going to get you killed. And you cannot have a solid base. Oh, 2 players have actually found each other. They actually don't know. Oh, I don't know if you've seen this, but oh, they're about to find. Oh, there it is. He sees the farm. And where did he go? Someone did make a farm, but our ruler was literally a few feet away from this other competitor, and he is hiding like a ninja in a tree. Oh my god! Holy crap! Look at him. He actually hid in the tree as the other player ran away and is now many blocks away. That is extremely impressive. I don't know. He's crouching. I can't see his name tag yet. I will tell you the second he stops crouching. It is. I just saw it. Is Alien, or yeah, Aline, kind of is his name.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
That was really cool.
He's good.
And he sees another competitor actually buried under the ground because he's not crouching. Wow. That was really impressive. I didn't even see where he went. He actually kind of caught me off guard about where he ran away to. And he sees the farm, and I'm going to try to sneak down there. There's probably going to be combat because there is an underground base that has been made. It's probably not a great idea for me to go down here.
Here we go. What's this?
Oh, it's so hard to see in here. It's so hard to see.
That's what I found.
But these 2 players actually see each other. There is an underground base that has been made. This is pretty interesting. Have you ever? I don't think we've ever seen this.
Oh, I see someone down there.
There's 2 people down here, actually. I kind of went down here, and it's really hard to see. Let me see if I can turn brightness up at all. No, it's fully bright. I can't make it any brighter. One player jumped down here, and I don't know if these 2 are partnered together or teamed together, but I've never seen an underground base at this extent. And you can barely see them. Did you get down there?
Yeah, I used a compass to pass through, and now I'm down there with them.
Nice. So, I don't want to run into them, but I am quite close to them. I think these 2 are actually working together. So let me try to
Pengu and
get out of here.
Yeah, Aline.
Yeah, I think I made it out of here. Oh, perfect. I made it out. So that's basically a mob-proof dungeon. And though, oh, I think they're going to be teaming up. Did you hear them?
Mm-mm. Oh wait.
Did you see them now?
Now they're just now throwing out the promises. That's interesting.
Yeah, they're saying they're not going to kill each other. So now we see a group between. Who was the other person? Is it Pengu?
Yeah, Pengu.
Okay, so Pengu. Oh, Jim Bust just died there.
All right, looks like they are headed up.
So I'll get ready for them to come out.
There too, somewhere. I think, and he knows they're there. I don't think they realize that he's there.
Yeah, that's true. So we are back. Wait, we still have 9 competitors. Do we still have 9 competitors? Because I just saw one die.
Sure.
Oh, our ruler is here.
Oh yeah, yeah. He knows. They know. Everyone knows now. The knowledge has been spread.
And it's technically 2v1 at this point.
Oh, he's got him in a spot too.
Oh, he does. They can't really get out. Owl has him in that hole, but there is 2 of them. So if he's gonna go after them.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh no.
He has the chainmail. Owl
Who that?
has the chainmail.
Are you sure? I don't.
Yeah, I saw it on his head.
I don't see it anymore though. He's not. He doesn't seem to be wearing it.
And it is pretty much like leather, so it might have broken.
That's true. And he does have leather boots at this point.
No, where'd he go?
Owl Ruler is still at the surface, and the other 2 are, I think, underground. And he just placed a block. He placed a block to actually turn off the supply of water. So now both of them, I think, are stuck down there until they find a way out.
Oh no, it's Pengu that has the chainmail.
Oh, that's right. It was Pengu, and he was the one that teamed up with Alien, right? Or Alien.
Yeah. And I'm surprised he hasn't thrown out any torches, because in that chest actually had like 10 torches or so in there.
Yeah, and they're underground, right? So it really wouldn't matter if they put a torch out.
Now that
so
their entrance has been kind of blocked up, looks like Alien or Aline is building a. Oh, they do have a back entrance. Ooh. Okay.
Pretty interesting. It looks like Owl Ruler is actually making a little base on top of this tree. He went back to the trees. Oh, I actually see another player. Hagberry seems to be on the ground, and I don't know where Owl Ruler went. He may have seen him, but they might be in combat pretty soon.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's going to happen anytime. And does he see him? Hagberry, do you really not... Are they working together? No, he's caught off his guard. Oh, Owl Ruler is taken out by Hagberry. I'm surprised because he had the height advantage, and he had the bone meal, he had wheat, he had all that. So he actually... I thought he went down to go kill Hagberry. I think at least I saw him. And...
You know?
That's not the thing, but these 2 creepers...
Sorry, go
might
ahead.
have it. These 2 creepers are right behind Hagberry. Oh, that was close. Hagberry just saved himself a lot of trouble. 2 creepers were right behind him. They actually almost blew up. So he just got away with killing what was his name? Owl Ruler.
Yeah, now that Owl Ruler died, almost as soon as he died, oh wow, a couple of people just getting blown up there. Yeah, as soon as they died, though, they turned around and started heading back down because they weren't sure probably if was it Hag that killed Owl. They weren't sure if Hag actually had eyes on them or not, so they might have been able to just continue with their underground base.
Yeah, and I don't think Hag actually knew where he was at, but we saw that message go out. Let's go back and look at it. It says there will be needed supplies in the cornucopia at dawn.
Nice.
So let's go and see. I don't know what time it is because this shader doesn't really work well with the moon.
Let's see. I'll go up and find out.
And it is kind of raining, so it's going to be hard to tell what's what.
While we're taking this break, I'm going to answer a couple more tweet questions here. Twitter questions. I did it again. Oh, goodness. All right. Let's see. One person is asking us, who do y'all think will win? Well, do you guys have any bets right now?
Well, I was going to put my money on Aline because I think he's by far the most ninja player in this game so far.
Either him or, I think, was it Fed? No, not Fed. I'll have to figure out his name. Let me look. He might have gotten taken out, actually. Mine. I am going to put it back on Eileen.
All right.
That little sneaking maneuver he did to avoid actually being seen was fantastic. That was really clever. I don't even know how he got in that tree. He just climbed as fast as he could and then just kind of sit there.
That's who I was thinking of. That I'm going to put my eye on him, actually.
Oh, okay. I'm sitting here by the cornucopia, waiting.
Let's see. We got a couple more questions. Let's see. One person is begging for swag. Where is swag? Swag is my secret lover. All right. Thanks, Blood Glory.
Swag was our guest commentator last week, was he not?
Person
And
asking
former
sign up
competitor.
next week. That always comes up. Yeah, he was here for guest commentary. Yes, that's very true. One person asking, is the sign up for next weekend up? That's going to go up immediately after the first game, and also immediately after this game, we're going to have a 150-person game, and you get in by just showing up. So show up.
That sounds pretty good. 150 people. That's a lot of people. Right now we have 528 viewers, so a lot of you can actually get into that game. This cornucopia is actually blown apart by creepers. I wonder how much fighting we actually saw, or we didn't get to see here. Because there is just, like the base is kind of blown apart a bit, there's huge holes in the ground. So we must have missed quite a bit of combat that happened here.
I'm wondering where they're going to put the new supplies at.
That's a good point, because a lot of people don't know about that chest way up there in the top of the tree. Which, a lot of mobs are actually up there, and that surprised me a bit. I didn't think there'd be a lot of mobs up there. And your favorite mob is up there as well. The Enderman is hanging out with a block of wood. So we were just flying around. I think this cornucopia is going to draw people out. Because at this point, I think the major thing people want is armor and weapons. And I don't know if they're going to supply that, but it would make the most sense to supply it, seeing that food is pretty easy to get. And I think that's about it. There's still ready sources of water, which there is one, or there was one around here. I'm still waiting for that player that tries to cover up all the water sources in the entire map. Still waiting for that to happen. We haven't seen
sorry.
it.
Go ahead.
Yep. No, we got some more questions.
All right, yeah, we've got a lot of great questions here. I like this question a lot. How would you rate the usefulness of alliances in the game? Go for it.
Right now, very.
I would agree
Yeah,
with you on
I
that
actually didn't think that was going to happen as much as it did. We have the two alliances right now that I know. And that is the alliance between Aline and... who was it? Aline and...
Here we go.
Is it Pengu?
Yeah. Bingo.
I think they're... Yeah, that's a pretty good team right there. And then we also have the one between Love My Skills and the other player, which I can't remember now. What's his name? They were in the tree. I remember they got the height together. I think it's the Dawn, though. Is it not?
Oh, here's Weasel. Okay. Found him.
You found Weasel.
Yeah,
What
I
is he
found Weasel.
doing?
He was below ground here. Where did this go? I think he might have just been hiding out for a while. I think he's sent him out for food and water now. So, as of right now, he's moving through the tree line.
The top of the tree? Oh, this would be so cool.
I think Marcus and I Love My Skills might have seen him and are giving chase. They're moving pretty quickly, which is not good for their hunger levels. Hopefully they have food to replenish those.
I see some people around here. You talking about by the guys that are around Love My Skills?
Yes.
Okay, I am now on top of them and watching what they are doing. I don't know if they're really going for the chase, though, because they're not really sprinting too much.
Yeah.
The jungle's good for that. Oh, I think they see him, because I see him way up there in the...
Oh, there he is.
He's running away. I think they should try to run towards the cornucopia at this point. And by the time they actually hear it, the cornucopia should be filled with supplies. Depending on what the supplies are, I'm hoping we kind of see another oasis and get that diamond out. I love seeing diamond equipment anywhere in the map.
Oh, they're catching up on him.
They are. He actually is doing what we said. He is changing his direction for the cornucopia.
He is slowed down in order to kill a spider. That's going to be his undoing. They're right behind him right now.
Oh, they're actually on him. 2 hits, 3 hits, and he is dead. Marcus and I Love My Skills claim another victim.
Looks like he has an iron sword. Nice.
A little celebrating right there by Marcus. I think he's trying to cover up the flames to make sure no one sees where he died. And I think now they're going to make their way towards... Yeah, they're actually celebrating. Booyah, is what they say. I think they're going to be going towards the cornucopia if they were smart, if they saw the message. There it is. I No, well, never mind. I actually misread. That was a spectator saying there was a chest at the canopy. And I hope all spectators know the combatants can't actually see what you're saying. You have your own little local chat that I'm able to see. But yeah, I think Pengu was the one that actually discovered that, and it was looking like actually a pretty big challenge to try to get down from that tree. Because getting up is one thing, but getting down, like, have you ever played Minecraft? And like, I don't know. I think the Race for the Wool. I don't know, the one that Vex made. Is that the map you play on?
Which one?
The I think the first one he made with the giant mountain.
Direct fire.
Yeah, that might be it.
Well,
Do you know?
right now, season we have a map pool of 9 different maps. Actually,
Ooh, 9.
use. Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
That
the
sounds
map
like fun.
community's really kind of latched onto it, and it's been really cool to see the different ones coming out.
Wow, a diamond sword has been placed at
Ooh.
the top of the cornucopia. Now, this is interesting. A diamond sword, interesting, at the top of the cornucopia. To me, that is the most important part of that message. The top of the cornucopia means they're going to have to go all the way up the tree. They're going to have to risk all the mobs that are still up there.
It's true.
But is it worth a diamond sword? I think it
And-
is.
I mean, at this point, we have to kind of think about what's going on. There's been a lot of spider kills. I mean, 2 knights have gone through. Whoa, we just got a huge creeper hit from Marcus. So Marcus kind of knows what he's doing. He's going to try to get up there as fast as possible. We've had a lot of spider kills. And with a lot of spider kills comes a lot of string. And with that string, you can get bows. So even though Marcus is actually making a lot of headway on this tree, I don't think there's going to be a lot of challenging for this sword. Let's get up. Let's actually get up there so I can actually see what happens when he gets up there. But I mean, like I'm having trouble looking around right now, he's going to be having quite a bit of trouble as well. Probably having an easier time though. A creeper is actually on the high ground and might jump down to
I'm wondering where his partner is.
do a little damage. Actually, they split ways. I don't know if you saw it, but
Did
in the
not see that.
forest, when the message was posted, I think they both split ways. I don't see...
It looks like he's having trouble finding the actual chest.
Did he miss it? I think he missed it.
Well, in that I didn't see it in that one chest. I'll go back down and look.
I think he's trying to go
it
too
is there.
high.
He is too high. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he went to the very top of the tree, and it's not at the top of the tree of how you think it was. It's
Silverfish.
around. Oh, there was a silverfish up there.
Where did the silverfish come from? There's a couple.
I'm not sure, but he is looking for it.
All right,
And
we
he
have
doesn't
some more
see it.
questions on Twitter. Let's see. How do I get into the 150-person game after this game right now? Well, to do that, we're going to post the server IP and all that stuff right after this game, so you'll be able to get in no problem afterwards. It's first come, first serve. Do you guys like chicken? Yes, I like chicken. Chicken's good.
Chickens are pretty good. They give you eggs, they give you feather, and they give you chicken to eat. I'm hoping you're talking about the chicken in Minecraft.
Unless they're murderous.
Oh yeah, the murderous chickens. Those kind of happen.
That's
I don't know
true.
if
Yeah,
you guys
that's
remember the backstory behind chickens being zombies. Remember that when they drop
I remember
feathers?
that. Yeah.
Or zombies were chickens. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about that now. When zombies used to drop feathers, that made no sense whatsoever.
I remember that actually.
So this chest is actually swarming with silverfish, skeletons, and zombies now. But what's his name up there? Marcus is way too high, and I don't think he realizes it yet. Maybe he thinks someone took it and destroyed the chest, but this chest is actually kind of hidden in this tree, and I think only Pengu knows it's there, right?
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
Pengu is the one who knows where it's at.
So I love my skills is now climbing up the tree, and I don't know if Marcus has spotted him yet. Marcus, I can't really see much. I want to stay near this chest, but I'm gonna go down. Oh, Marcus says we lie, and he actually doesn't know yet that it actually is on. It is in the tree. It didn't say the top of the canopy. It said the top, like in the top of the cornucopia. So really, anything on top of this cornucopia is fair game for being the truth.
That's true. It's true.
So he's coming down now, right? And I'm having a hard time trying to find him. But I don't know if he spots it yet. He is being hit
Whoop.
by a spider, and he fights it off quite
There he is.
easily. But now he is kind of confused where to go and where the chest should be. Oh god, I'm falling down this tree. I'm having a hard enough time trying to maneuver in this tree compared to what they're having to go through. Did he miss it again? No. He sees it. He sees that, and he's going to pull out the diamond
Nice.
sword, and I love my skills. Is now pretty high in the tree. He is wielding the sword. And he's fighting some zombies off, but now he has to get down from here while fighting a few mobs. So I thought I love me skills. My skills was around here.
He was
Where
down at
did
the
he
base
go?
of the game. I'm not sure where he's at.
Yeah, maybe he
now.
ran off. Oh, I think he's here, and he now sees Marcus up in the tree, and I think Marcus sees him as well. Maybe he doesn't. No, he doesn't actually see him yet. I think he's trying to get a plan to get down. So I'm thinking what could have happened is those two players might have split up because they were going to do other things, and then try to get back with each other. But I'm not sure how long that's going to last now that Marcus has that diamond sword.
Right now I'm trying to find Pingu and Alien's base again. I've lost it, but I know it's right there.
You can always teleport, just hopefully not get lost.
Oh,
Oh, there he is. Oh, does he see him? Marcus! Skills doesn't even see Marcus, and he has the diamond sword. Wait. These two are team members. What was I thinking? Oh, man. They even fooled me. So, the other contestants probably don't know that these two are team members either. But I thought Marcus was going to go ahead and murder Love My Skills. But we're going to see how much longer this alliance lasts.
You know, that brings me to an interesting question actually brought up by Luke to Life. He's actually been asking a lot of interesting questions. I'd like to throw a shout out to him. But he asks, do you think the Diamond Sword could break alliances? And I think that was the test right there, and I think it didn't.
Well, it didn't so far. It didn't immediately break them.
That's true,
But,
that's true.
I think they might get into a more secluded area before Marcus does his doing with... Actually, I think Scales might actually try to kill Marcus first. I mean, think about it, because he wants that diamond sword. I'm sure he does. He wants to win, just like everyone else does. But Marcus pretty much has the upper hand, and he knows it. So what's going through his mind right now is I wouldn't say distrust, but there is probably a lot going through his mind about who's going to win this.
Very true. Do you happen to know if these two people just happened to team up right before the game?
I don't think they did, because they actually said it in the chat, saying, hey, don't kill me, I won't kill you, you promise? And then they kind of teamed up together. So I actually surprisingly think they're only communicating through the chat of the game.
Very interesting, right.
Right now
But
I'm watching
having-
Ping as he mines down deeper into the earth, trying to grab some more resources. I've actually seen them exchange some iron goods. Actually more like Pingu, baking up the iron, giving it to Aline, who's guarding the front door, basically.
Wow. I mean, I see right here, Skills also has iron. So both of them have a bit of iron at this point, but how much iron do they have? Because they have a nice underground base. So
Right
that's
now,
pretty
I'm
cool.
really seeing one iron sword that's currently being used. There's more iron that's already cooked up. I just have not seen them use it yet.
Okay, so let me offer you this question. Now that Marcus has this diamond sword, do you think he has an advantage over
I think he
Aline?
does. It depends on if someone gets a drop on him or not. If he's able to get the drop on someone with that diamond sword, they're done. But if it's a open fight, like I suspect, let's see, Drapowski's still out there. He's very good at hiding. He might even have himself a bow and arrow and whatnot at this point. And that diamond sword's not going to do you much good.
I'm actually surprised we haven't seen more bows and arrows. But let's be honest here. When I looked in the chests in the beginning of the game, there was like 5 arrows. That's it. So you really can't miss your shots with the arrow. I mean, if you do, you can pick them up. But if you have all those arrows, if you're able to get all of them, you still are kind of in a disadvantage. With
No, there's plenty of there's lots of gravel, lots of chickens, and lots of wood. So it'd be very easy to create a lot.
You could
more.
easily make more arrows.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
I think
it's 3 arrows for every resource that you
yeah,
get into
something like
so
that.
it's real easy to gear up real quick with arrows.
So I would have to say that I think the bow is going to play a pretty big effect on whoever is finding Marcus if they can get a few shots off first. Oh, there's also lots of skeletons, so I'm sure most of these people have picked up a few arrows. So I'm going to have to be... I'm kind of split in between the two alliances that has formed now, because we do see these two with a bit of armor. We see them both with the helmet, because I think it's the least amount of material for the armor it gives you. And then we definitely see them with the pretty strong swords. We have an iron sword and a diamond sword. And they're also pretty set on food. So, I don't know. I'm kind of split in between the other ones. Do you want to give me a rundown of what Aline and Pengu are doing? Besides just mining?
They just use, the initial entrance with the water spout, basically coming down from the river source or the pond upstairs. They've reopened that now, just to use as a temporary kind of watering hole. They get their thirst refilled. They've got a couple of chickens down here, so they are kind of prepped. I think they're in it for the long haul, and they're just gearing up at this point to go take out the other teams. They know they're up against at least one other alliance, so I know that's what they're suspecting, or preparing for. But there's a few wild cards out there we've still got, like Drapowski. I haven't seen him with anyone. Hagberry, I believe, is out there by himself somewhere.
Yeah, we saw him get that drop-down kill on, what's the other player's name? F. It was not Fex.
Yeah,
Might have
so
been
once
Fex.
Hagberry and Drapowski are out, it's going to be down to Marcus and I Love My Skills versus Aline and Pingu.
And seeing that the night is coming, this might be a very interesting night. There's going to be lots going on. I usually never see it go into the third night. We just saw the power of that diamond sword as he just two-hit a creeper and left that gunpowder there for someone else. But that is a very strong sword, being able to two-hit mobs like that.
Alright,
I'm currently hearing someone moving around
up
top of on top of their base. I don't see anyone though.
Interesting.
Sounds like dirt being dug.
Well, wow. Oh, look, we have an announcement. For the night is dark and full of terrors.
Did anyone see all those spiders? There's 4 spiders around here now. Almost 5. But I think... I don't know if they've seen I Love My Skills yet. Hagberry, there he is. One of those lone survivors is now killed by a spider.
5 spiders. I was there. I just
Not
got there
one,
right as it
not
happened.
one, not 2, not 3.
Yeah.
5. That's quite a
Yeah.
few spiders. But Marcus needs to take that diamond sword out because he has so many swings with it and really take the spiders out.
We have a couple questions on Twitter. I'm going to take this time to ask. One person asking what will happen with last Saturday's stream. Those are all going to be on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel that you can check out. We also can, I think you can watch them on our Twitch TV account as well.
Yeah, right after we're done. They're
yeah.
up and live.
All right. Let's see. Can't say that one. What is your setup to broadcast these shows, such as hardware and software? I think that's a question for you, Andrew.
Oh, I'm gonna pick this one at least up after this game ends because I love boasting about my system, and if anyone here is a PC advocate, they love talking about how awesome their system is. So I will pick that question up. I might write that down a little bit after after this match ends because I do love my system quite a bit.
Yeah, it looks like right now they're asking some of the combatants who were actually killed are asking if that was a server side thing with that many spiders, but as far as I can tell, they were all there.
I think there was a few spawned in. To be fully honest, I think what the message meant was that they want to see a little more combat, a little more death, and that is what they've seen, because we've gone quite a few minutes now without death, and that's usually pretty uncommon. So those 5 spiders were, I think, a challenge from the game makers to the combatants right now. We see this little... If you don't know what they're doing, they're actually building a base right by the cornucopia. And this is a pretty sweet base because it's almost completely solid, so if you're going to break it, you'd have to literally break all the way up. And then they're almost trapping themselves in there. But with this little roof, they're actually able to shoot out of it with arrows and anything else they see in there. So I hope they have food because they are going to need it.
An Enderman just spawned right into their building.
Right on top of that, too. I did see it. And we do hear the storm setting in for the night, and it kind of gives you a gloomy feel about what's to come with, you know, with the next few minutes.
I really am kind
very
of looking around for Drapowski. He is elusive.
That's probably good and bad. He is alone, but if he is so good at keeping people away, you have no idea what he's actually trying to do. He might have a few tricks up his sleeve. Let's go back over to the swamp.
Time to take a little bit, or answer a couple more questions on Twitter. One person, will there ever be an urban ruin themed map? I don't know. Maybe.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be great.
We haven't done it yet, possibly. Basically anything can happen for the maps. Is that a river I see actually flowing through the woods? I didn't even spot that before.
Another question. Oh, okay. Nick Sherwood, got a shout out for you. Thanks for saying you love the stream. What does the winner get? The winner gets a 20-person server from Tree Puncher. They have been nice to donate that for us. And a 20-person server, like we were saying earlier, that's a big server. You can do many, many things with that. You could set up a practice realm, I guess you could say, for winning these games.
This is
All
a
right,
lot
I
of
found
spiders.
Drapowski, and he is holed up, and he looks to be about the same state as I last saw him. So, we'll see. Oh, Elaine, killed by a cave spider.
Whoa, I just heard him say to Pengu, let's go, as they want to continue out. But Pengu says we need to move, so I wonder if Aline is going to blame it on Pengu for wanting to be so hasty. But they're around me, and I'm not really sure where. I'm trying to find where he died at.
It sounds
But
like
I
with
do
the
not
cave
see
spider,
it.
that was probably spawned in. I don't believe there's any mine shafts down there.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of cave spiders over here, and they're probably still there if I go back. But
And there goes
Pengu is now dead by that spider.
I'm gonna
So
have to
both of
interrupt
them.
really quick. Sorry, but we have the top 3, so it looks like, correct me if I'm wrong here, but everyone now in the games is going to get something.
Is that true? I thought we only had a first-person prize for this one. Isn't that right?
I am wrong. Completely disregard what I just
I thought.
said.
Yeah, I thought that in this one was actually kind of a bigger challenge because since we have such the vivid arena that is so hard to fight in, it's even more on stake because only the top person wins. And we
That's
do
true.
have who was the player? Was it Drap? I think you had your money on Drap. Did you not say that? Dyer, isn't that what you were kind of?
Oh, what's that? Sorry, yeah, housekeeping.
Now that Aline's dead, do you think Drap will actually win this since he's
I
put against two
I
players?
suspect that they will put an end to that unless he makes a move soon.
So I'm gonna have to go against you on this one, and I will say he does have a huge chance at this point because we do he's surviving extremely well. I mean, through all this, I'm sure he had spiders spawn at him too, or more creepers or creeps during the night. But these two are working together, and they're pretty much set up. But they're not collecting anything else at this point. There's no more armor, or there's no more metal being grabbed. There's no more. I don't really see a lot of food being made. I can't get into this building, so they might be working on some secret plan I can't really see. But there is that diamond sword and the iron sword, and basically just the two of them working together. And it's hard to justify anyone really being able to beat that.
That's an interesting strategy. I've never seen it so they've completely shut it off to people sort of watching it or the commentators. I mean, they are completely shut off. We can't see anything they're doing.
And he's actually digging under the ground, and I'm not really sure what he is digging towards. But the spider on top of the ground is really just following him. Because he definitely, I mean, he hears him possibly on the ground like everyone else would. But it's... I don't really know what he's doing, digging down. Like maybe he's making a tunnel system, and possibly some traps. I'm not fully sure yet.
This little situation we have going here is a perfect segue into the next Twitter question, which is, at what point would you turn on your teammate?
When you two are the last ones alive. And I would do it right in the epiphany of, right in that little moment of joy when you kill the last member. So if technically, both these players can do it, but right after these two kill Darp, if they're able to do it, I mean, Drap might actually get one of them off guard, kill him and run away, and be able to pick off the last one. But if these two were able to pick off Drap, I would churn right like a millisecond after that happened, just to try to catch him off his guard to get at least one or two more hits in before they know really what's happening.
I believe Drap is kind of hanging out in his house. He's kind of expecting, I think, at this point to get some mobs spawn on him at this, possibly. He's not really moving that far. He looks like he might be starting to do it, though. He's just trying to be prepared for whatever gets thrown at him.
And this is pretty interesting, because I think they might be trying to... Oh, okay, so Marcus seems like he's running out of the actual house now. I'm not really sure why he's running out of the house. Oh, he probably needed to get thirst. That's a pretty good point, because they need to get water. So he jumped into the water, but maybe he's making a run for it now. He's filling his water bottles, so this might be pretty interesting. He seems to be running away pretty fast. But because of that, he's taking a lot of damage from these mods. Some of the mobs around here. So, he seems to be sticking by spawn, but I think he's just killing mobs around here. Now, I was thinking to myself, the actual,
there's some cave spiders.
Yeah, the actual, mods, right, that are playing this, I wonder if the reason they are making this base was almost purely for the reason that they kind of wanted to stick it to the game makers, you know? Because if they are trapped in there themselves, that means the game... I mean, we don't have no clip, but they can't really get down there. So that kind of means there really is no mobs that are going to be able to be spawned down there. Which I think we actually... When they broke out, I think that might have been why the cave spiders were able to be spawned. But Marcus, with his diamond sword, was able to venture out and get that much-needed water. And I'm not sure... Did anyone else die in that time? No, I don't think so.
No.
I think, Skills, I haven't really spotted him yet. He must be too far away. Oh, there he is. I wonder if he has water, or if Marcus shared his water bottles with him.
Oh, and he's poisoned. Drapowski's been poisoned.
Oh, I wonder how much health he has left. If he's been poisoned, they probably don't have milk to get rid of it. So
Yeah, he'll go down to half a...
he might be... Yeah, that's true. You will go down to a half a heart. Marcus takes care of one of the spiders that was stuck in the wall. And still just reinforces this base just ever so much. Building it back up, filling in some holes. I can barely see in there now. See what he's doing. But the storm is still going on, giving that very gloomy mood to this map. And that's really what's happening. Marcus yells, "Let's do this, Leroy Jenkins," and runs out. And then, I think it's the morning now. Runs out into the rainy morning, but mobs won't despawn in the morning because it is raining. Which could be... I think we've seen a lot of mob kills so far, at least in this game. Do you think mobs have played a big role in this one, Dyer?
That's what it looks like. Lots of spider deaths and whatnot.
I think we're going to see, if when we do the recap sometime, I think we're actually going to see that mobs accounted for, I think, all 75% of the kills in this one, or was at least the lead factor of it. So Marcus and Skills are now moving out from their little base for the night.
I'm going to take this time to answer a couple more Twitter questions. Let's see. We have some people asking, what do you think will happen if an alliance wins? Will they turn on each other straight away? And I think, in my opinion, I think they'll go at each other's throats almost instantaneously.
Almost, yeah. Like I said, there really is no point of saying, hey, one of us can win. We might as well, do this the right way. No, it's whoever... There's only one winner in this game for the prize.
That's true.
So I think it's going to be instantly when if they're the last two in the alliance.
Alright, a couple more questions here. On one of the... let's see. Could you explain the role of the game maker? Well, the game maker basically keeps the game moving, I guess. That's the easiest way to put it. What would you guys say the role of the game maker is?
I would say during that, we had that doldrum of, I think, 4 or 5, I think it was 4 players alive for a really long time. And what it does is it kind of guarantees that the players are on their toes the entire time. So they're not going to all of a sudden just kind of camp down like they were doing before. It kind of gives them, it puts them on edge, I think, is the role of the game maker. It's not supposed to be impossible for them to beat, like 1,000 spiders, but something like 5 spiders where it kind of surprises you and you get your heart pumping, but you're able to overcome it and then, feel good about it.
That's true. That's true.
So I don't know if you've seen, but Marcus and Skills have actually been taunting Drap. Dyer, have you seen any of that?
I've seen the taunt right now. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on Drapowski as he's trying to edge himself out towards. He's trying to keep an eye out. It's kind of to the point where both teams have got their own bases sort of set up, and both of them want the other to come attack them.
That's true.
I got a couple more Twitter questions I'll answer
right.
here. Chris Tomlinson says, thanks for creating this awesome broadcast and game. Well, you're welcome. Glad we can entertain you. How long does it take to make these maps? All I'm going to say is it takes a while. Let's just say...
It definitely takes a long time to make these maps here. But because of that, we get such quality out of the maps. I mean, every single map we've seen. This is probably one of my favorite arenas from the sneaky yeah, no, it's definitely not the aspect of it. But I think this is by far my favorite map. And since there's so much time that actually gets put into it, we get to see different strategies in every single arena.
Yeah, it's also it's great. I love it. I also don't want to give away the exact amount of time it takes to make the maps because I don't want to let everyone know that we don't have lives. I mean that we.
No, so surely not. No. So I wonder what is going through these two players' heads right now, because they know. I mean, this is going on for a very long time, and I think we kind of predicted this in my little pre-show before you actually heard me on stream. I was talking to the other casters here, and Skills is gonna. Marcus shows unbelievable, or I guess Skills shows unbelievable trust in Marcus as Marcus just saves Skills' life. Like, absolutely saved his life. I don't know if his armor would have been able to prevent
now,
him.
I wonder if this is going to be one of the situations where they refuse to. If they both win, do you think they'll refuse the prize just so they can both have a victory claim? I mean, I'm actually pretty curious what's going to happen here.
Like I said, adamant intervention, I think or the game maker intervention will prevent that, I think. Even if they don't want to kill each other, this game is not ending until there's at least one winner. And we've seen the extent that admins will go to actually get a fair game, so should be pretty interesting to see what these two have in mind. But I'm so surprised Marcus actually took that one took his own life and to kill that creeper, because I swear it was a millisecond away from exploding. Like, an absolute millisecond, and Marcus just hid it away as fast as he could.
Still following Drapowski as he makes his way. I think he's just trying to figure out where exactly Marcus and them are at before he makes his move.
So, when Marcus and Skills was taunting, they just kept saying, come to the cornucopia, let's get a fair fight. And I don't know if Darp actually realizes that they're on the Alliance yet. Do you think he has any idea that they are on an Alliance?
I think he does. I think he probably suspects that, at least. They are both talking.
Alright, I can take this time to answer a couple more questions. Beth RW asks, it's 1 a.m. here in the UK. If I ever get in, what time EST are practice matches?
It's EDT, I believe, now, since Daylight Savings Time.
Oh, that's true, that's true. Good point there. But I think that the times are roughly about the same. I think we do multiple games, though. Last time we did this, we do multiple games throughout the night. But the time, it starts at roughly around 7 EDT. And then another person asks, what is a good tip for survival? What do you guys say is a good tip to give these people?
Don't die. Probably a good tip. I would say do everything you possibly can not to die. That's really the biggest tip I can give some. Oh, Marcus has turned on Skills! Marcus has decided that this is going on way too long, and he takes him out! Skills didn't...
Since it's time.
Oh, man. Skills didn't even get a hit on Marcus. I actually had to take my hands off the keyboard for that. I didn't expect that to happen right there. I did not expect it to happen.
That was impressive.
Drap is definitely making his move. He's making his way, kind of edging around the outskirts of the cornucopia. At this point, we're just waiting. I see fire shooting off in the distance.
Fire spreading in the distance. Interesting. I wonder what this means.
Huh.
Which distance? Once if I can actually get a visual on this. I'm going to let Marcus go for a little bit. Oh, I see it as well. There's a lot of trees on fire.
The glass? Or I think they're just setting the fires off along the glass wall to kind of push things towards the middle.
Yeah, I don't know.
At this point, Drapowski is moving in towards the cornucopia. He's just trying to do it in a tactical way.
And Marcus is all but taunting him. He is literally just throwing taunt after taunt after taunt at him. Just saying, Marcus is by the cornucopia. I don't know where Darp is. But he's saying, come fight me, and come fight me. He actually killed Skills because Darp knew he was unfair advantage for them being on the Alliance. Oh, man, this is getting close. I'm surprised it churned like that. Oh, there it is. We do see Darp. And, oh, Darp. Does Marcus see him? I see him in the distance, but does Marcus actually see him? I think he does. He's running after him as fast as he can. He's not crouched, so you can actually see the little name tag above his name. And Marcus is kind of stopping for a moment. Maybe he actually doesn't see him. But Darp sees him. Man, Darp is like a ninja in these trees, because I don't think Marcus actually knows he was there, even though he was. There must be a lot of fire going on, because I'm having some serious FPS lag right now.
Yeah, I was worried about that when I first saw the fire start up.
It must be spreading quite quickly. So that's true. There are actually there's 600 avid viewers watching Marcus and Darp. I think it's Darp. Is it Drap? Yeah, it's Drap. Drapowski. Kind of battling it out in a kind of a stalemate right now. I think Drap has the element of surprise on his hand, but Marcus has that diamond sword and that helmet. But if he killed his friend Skills, shouldn't he have gotten the iron helmet from it? Because I know they drop all this stuff.
Yeah, probably. I think so, unless he died and dropped some of the stuff into it, which I don't think so. Right now watching Marcus. Oh, where's Drapowski? He was nearby.
I saw him. I literally saw him like maybe a minute ago, and now I don't really know where he is anymore.
That's what kind of made me decide that I thought he was going to win, because...
So you do still have your money on Drap?
Oh, yeah, never changed it.
And he's now taunting Marcus along. I'm going to put my money on Marcus. I think Marcus is going to end up winning this one. But they are actually both taunting each other, and this is pretty interesting. I wonder if this pit of mobs right here will ever be useful in this fight.
That's funny. That is a pit, isn't it?
There's a lot of them. There is multiple creepers, many skeletons, some zombies. And Marcus is out in the open. I don't know if this is a great idea. I just saw an arrow. Oh, that must have been the skeleton right there that shot at him. I thought for a second Drap may have done that. Still kind of a still moment in this game as we're waiting for, I think, Drap to make his move, because Marcus is ready to fight. He has the upper hand with that diamond sword, and I'm not sure what Drap has, but I don't think it's anywhere near a diamond sword. So any second now, we hear lightning everywhere. We just, it looks like this seems like it's supposed to be the end of the game, but in all the lightning, looking around, I have not been able to spot Marcus has gone inside now. I don't know if you could hear that, but in my headphones, the thunder is booming. There is just lightning strike after lightning strike. The gods, like I said, one of the spectators said, the gods must be angry right now. So that's what I'm assuming. Marcus is going to hold up for the night. And I think if anything, this is the best time to attack.
Yeah, this is his best time. If it doesn't do it now, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if the mods intervene.
Yeah. That lightning is louder than ever. I have never heard something so loud. And I'm just waiting for Drap to actually show his face around here.
I'm gonna take this time to answer a couple more Twitter questions. What is the longest game that has ever gone on? I think this is probably the longest one by only about 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, it's been about an hour.
Yeah.
No, it's been an hour and 15 minutes now.
Okay.
That's-
This is an interesting question.
Yeah.
I like this one. Nick Sherwood is asking, is this what you guys do as full-time jobs? If not, what do you do as jobs? If it is, you are the luckiest guys ever. Yes, this is our full-time job. We make about $500,000 every year.
Just about.
Yeah, just about, roughly, give or take, you know. I think, yeah, we are lucky. No, this is not our full-time job. We don't make any money, actually. But
Do it
it's
for the
really
fun.
Yeah, it's a great time. I have a good time doing this.
And if I would have to say, that is probably what makes these games so appealing to me, is because since we do it because we all like it, it's a little... when these are so successful, like we have 612 people viewing this right now, it's like the greatest feeling knowing that this idea is something that a lot of people are really interested in. Oh my god, Marcus actually got a creeper in his house, and it blew up the bottom part of it. And there's now a second one that he doesn't see. Oh man, he just missed that creeper. Whew, that was a close call for Marcus. I wonder if Drap is having the same trouble with these mobs spawning around him, such as creepers.
Right now I'm watching Pasky. He's down in some kind of cavern. Where's he at here?
All right, we have a couple more.
He maybe
here.
tried to get some food, possibly.
That's probably pretty important.
What would happen if the game is down to one alliance and each member suicides at the same time?
It would tell us actually who died first and who died last, and whoever was the last alive would be the winner of the game. I've actually thought about that one, and I think the actual game will log it very, very closely. I don't think they can actually suicide at the same time.
That's true.
I wonder if he's TNT. Now I'm thinking about it. Now I'm thinking of a way to do that.
All right. Here's the next question: is how long is the average match? Like we said, approximately 40 to an hour long.
All right, Trapasky's on the move.
And so is Marcus at the same time. I like how we're watching different players.
Oh, Creeper got Trapasky.
Oh, so did Marcus, though, so they might be kind of fair, depending on how much food they have. They could heal that back.
Oh, I know what Trapasky did. He timed to make a... he probably saw the diamond sword on Marcus, because he was within viewing distance.
Yeah, easily.
And I think he's retreated in order to make... Well,
the iron sword?
To the, no, he retreated to make a leather breastplate. But it looks like his push from the admins was to set the tree he was right underneath on fire, so he's definitely being pushed along.
Marcus is around the forest now, going towards the walls. Completely not like what he was doing last time. I mean, it is towards nighttime, right? Yeah, it is nighttime, so mobs can spawn.
Midnight.
Probably not a good idea to be doing what he is doing. In my opinion, this is probably... I would say not to do it at this point. He had, I think, a good advantage in the center, even though there was a lot of admin intervention going on, I think, with all the creepers and spiders. I still think it's a lot easier to fight on a field than it is in the forest. And if he fights fairly, he's gonna win with the diamond sword no matter what. But if he's gonna keep up this forest fighting, I think it's gonna give Drap a really good chance to win this. Or I think we can just call him Powski. I think that's probably an easier way to, probably an easier name to say. Marcus, I think, is getting kind of frustrated. He's yelling now, "Show yourself," to Powski.
I think they've kind of lost track of each other again. If there was a way we could actually turn on,
I would agree.
like some kind of ability where they could see those nameplates from across the map, that would be interesting.
I'm going to answer one question real quick that I think this guy wants me to answer. Is Eric Lee is asking, hey, can the 32 people who are in the game, will they be allowed to play in the 150-player game? Yes, because it is first come, first serve. So if you already played in the game, you can join again.
But I believe that game is just for the glory, because we usually only give away one prize, or one game has prizes a week, and that is the game at 7 o'clock Eastern Time every Saturday.
That's true. That's true.
So it looks like Marcus is still going about just trying to kill as many things as possible, getting a little food here and there.
Oh, the water has been removed.
Which water?
All the water, I believe, is being removed.
All the water. Ooh.
Unless they had some on their person, there's now no water.
No
that
water.
is
What
interesting.
Does that mean? That gives a time limit on this game. That right there gives a time limit on this game. They either have to find each other, or they can just wait around and see who gets thirsty the quickest.
That's very interesting. He doesn't see that spider right behind him. He actually gets a hit on him. I feel like it's going to come down to these kind of unnecessary mob hits when they actually run into each other, because right now, they're just running as fast as possible. I see the riverbeds now are actually dirt, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely neat.
It's pretty interesting. I feel like, unless... I know Marcus had at least like 2 water bottles on him when he filled them up in the river. I don't know anything about Powski. Do you know anything about him?
I don't know
his
what he
situation?
has in his inventory. He definitely has a pork chop in his hand right now, though.
That's good, but that's not water. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
technically, it's got some liquid in it, but not really sure what that's going to be able to do for it.
Oh, spider on top. Oh, he's lost it.
Marcus is wondering what is going on.
Where is Marcus? Where are you seeing him right now?
He is by the corner of the map. I don't really know which one it is, but he's just
Well,
running around.
He's now near the cornucopia. Cornucopia.
That is actually quite ironic that they both changed positions at the same time. Yeah. But the good thing right now is Marcus is getting a lot of food and killing mobs while he's doing it. So I wouldn't say it's a terrible thing right now, but it just depends. Marcus is getting kind of mad.
Oh.
Maybe this is code for I don't have any water.
Let's go figure out where Drap is. You said he was by the cornucopia, right?
He's on the outskirts of it. It's hard to tell without actually knowing which direction. The
let's see here.
corner. Well, he's
see him.
Yeah, you see him.
I see him.
Good.
You say he's dying, correct?
He was.
Alright, people say he's
getting
dying.
ganged up on pretty hard right now.
That's a lot of skeletons. There's another hit by that skeleton. He has 3 pieces of armor, but I don't know what that's going to do against 3 skeletons. Another hit right there. Oh, and he is taken out by the skeleton.
And that's it. We have the victor. Alrighty.
There you go.
That I kind of predicted that happening. I'm not out loud, but you think about it. That was kind of a stalemate going on in between. Let's go to Marcus actually fast. So TP. Let's go to Marcus. So here we are with Marcus, and that's pretty interesting that he died to the mobs. I think what happened is just held on way too long, and with the water running out, I think it was going to come down to that mob kill, or the unlucky hits from it, taking too much damage when they go into combat, or just the straight-up kill from the mob. So Marcus is the winner, so congratulations to Marcus for winning a 20-player server, and he is going to be able to play with all his friends. I'm sure many of you that are watching as well, he's going to be able to get ready for the next Hungercraft games. Did you guys like that?
Right.
Dyer, this is your first
That was
time, I
good.
think, seeing a full game.
Yeah, that
Was
was
it not?
good. Yeah, it's the
You
first
like
time
the
I've seen
idea of it?
a full game. I now see the cornucopia tree is now on fire and ablaze.
Lightning striking all around Marcus. We have this kind of thing, I think the game makers do, is they always end up killing the victor after he wins. Marcus is now spawned. Oh, I'm on fire. I am also on fire, just as Marcus was. But the middle tree is on fire, and that's where he got teleported. So if you can... Oh, that's a lot of creepers. That's a lot of creepers.